Okay, Ubisoft, I see what you're doing. Let's talk about CJX. God damn, I was bright in that intro. Sorry if you got basically flashbanged. Alright, so CJX is finally revealed, so we're gonna talk about that, the changes they've made, the new additions, and everything about CJX basically. Okay, let's start with the most important part, which is the prediction that I made and basically an advice that I was talking about in my previous video, which was they should add a new game mode, which they've done here. And it's called Dual Front. I'm gonna have some videos playing in the background so you can also see while I talk about them, so you can have an idea about like how it works. So basically it's a 6v6 first of all, which is such a good decision because it really changes the pace of the game, and also it's just a new way to play the game. And also it mixes the operators of attack and defense sides, which is another really plus point for that, because you can have like really nice and new mix of gadgets which we've never seen before because we haven't had the opportunity basically, which I'm really excited about. It's gonna be so fun to do those because there is no rank at stake for now at least, so we can like go all insane and do some weird stuff that's gonna be very fun. And on the other hand, it's just a breath of a fresh air for the game. Like, we've been playing the same game 10 years straight, and at some point, even for ranked, secure area and hostage, they basically got removed from ranked, which is the main aspect of the game. So I'm really excited for this. And especially some other very important things, the new maps. Like, it's gonna be so good to actually have some new maps which are basically just different from everything that we've gotten before. Because first of all, they're made to be played for like 12 players instead of 10, and also it doesn't have to be played competitively very well, which I'm really excited about because you can actually, like, for example, like that friend of yours that would always make excuses for not joining the game because they would get yelled at, or um, there's just too much at stake and they can't really, get used to the game. Now it's fine. There's a mode which is actually exciting, which is different from standard and ranked Siege, that they can really get into the game, I would say, which is really nice. But I think the getting yelled at part is still gonna be there, because it's Siege and it's just yelling at your teammates part of the game. So yeah. Also, there are gonna be new objectives and like the things that you're gonna do in those games are also gonna be different. It's not just a different map and 12 players, and then you're gonna do like bomb defuse again or secure area. It's three new things that you're gonna be able to do, which I think is just such a nice addition to this game, and it was much needed because after 10 years you really need something new. And I think it's a really good sign that the developers of this game actually care, which is something that's very rare nowadays for video games, unfortunately. Also, they talked about Audio 2.0, something like that, which is basically an improvement to the previous existing, of course, audio, which in the reveal, I just didn't really know what they meant. They were like, yeah, now you can understand if the sound is above or below you. And I was like, I mean, we do understand that right now. Do they mean it's gonna be like more accurate, which is probably the case? But the thing is that audio-wise, for any game, it doesn't really matter what the developers say. The only way that's gonna be tested is that once you're in the game and you're doing some like weird scenarios, let's say, I don't know, five guns are getting shot at the same time and then someone else is reinforcing, someone is throwing a grenade, when there's a mix of the audios, then that's the place that the audio can really get tested. So for that, and to see if they've actually done something good, I just think that once it's out and after a month, like, we can say that if it's gotten actually better or it's the same, and hopefully not worse. Like, hopefully that's not a choice at all. But I'm just really glad that they cared about the audio because it's the most important feedback in the game. It's even sometimes more important than the visual feedback that you're getting. So I'm really glad it's there, but I'm not like being too excited for it in advance right now because we just have to wait and see while and when we play it. Next up is the environmental destruction, which it's really not destruction, let's be honest, but the fire extinguishers and the flaming pipes, I would say, are some nice additions. First of all, because they just another thing that you have to focus on while playing the game, which adds to the challenge of the game, which is something that I really like about Rainbow Six Siege. and not many games can do it that well, which is like there are many things to consider while playing a round of Siege, and that's why there can be many outcomes. So I think these new additions can also add some new opportunities to do and to like strategize based on them sometimes for the game, and that just means that there are new ways to approach each round, which I'm really excited about, because the one thing that's really useful for any video game is that they can introduce new exciting things. And even though this is such a simple addition, I think it's a nice thing and I think it's a nice idea. But whether the execution is gonna be that good as well is gonna remain a question, because we're gonna only find out when we play it. But right now, as an idea, I really dig it. I really think that they've done a good job of adding such a simple thing, yet effective. And the final thing they revealed and talked about was the advanced rappelling, which is gonna be so smooth and so nice, and something that I've always been like thinking why they don't do this in the game, which they finally done, which is it's just really nice to see it. It's just gonna be so satisfying going from one corner of the building to the other and from each side to the other side without going to the roof or going down to the ground and just rappelling again, and I really love that. And also, sprinting while rappelling on some maps is gonna be very useful, even though it's not like that much of a game changer, because anything that's outside the maps, outside the buildings in Siege are not that effective, but still it's just a nice thing to make the game smoother, to make the game feel more satisfying, which I think is a really good thing that they've done, and I'm really excited for it. Alright, so overall, Siege X is a massive update. I really think that it has a really good potential of really, I'm not gonna say reviving the game, because Siege is not dead and it's not even close, but it's gonna really blow a really fresh air into the game, which is gonna be, I think, like insanely nice after a long while especially. And even though a lot of these changes are just small things, and when they add up together, except for the new dual front mode, when these small changes add up together, I think they can really change the game for the better and really make the game more exciting for veterans of the game, and also when you get to dual front for the newcomers and the new recruits, let's say. So yeah, I think they really have a good card in their hand and they can really play it really well. Alright, I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Thanks a lot for tuning in for another video. I'm really thankful for that. And also let me know what you think about Siege X. Whether it's gonna be, you think it's gonna be a good change, or it's just very underwhelming, or yeah, whatever. It doesn't matter if you're a veteran or you're a newcomer, just let me know how you feel about it and what you expect of Siege X. So don't forget to share this with a friend, don't forget to drop a like if you enjoyed it, and most importantly, please subscribe. I'll catch you all in the next one.